Are you all still hear me? Yes, thank you. So this is Testers Quarter. And as you all know, we are the most active software testing community in Africa. And our focus is empowering, aspiring, and practicing software testing professionals. And we do that through learning, active learning, and weekly practical sessions, webinars, and seminars. We also have certification trainings. We have monthly one-on-one mentorship, and that is done through some of these webinars. We also have a monthly career clinic, which we hold every first Saturday of the month. We are not going to be having a session this coming June because of the African Product Quality Engineering Conference. I believe we all have been seeing that on the net. I'm going to be sharing the flyer with you later tonight or this weekend so that you can register. It's going to be featuring a lot of speakers all over Africa, and they are experts in their field, in the field of software testing in products generally, and they are going to be talking to us on a lot of pressing subjects. So it is going to be fun for you to be there. And we also have civic clinic and job preparedness. Our scholarship students are currently enjoying this. The first week of their scholarship is actually focused on this civic clinic and job preparedness. So we also have state and country-based community team bonding. Like you all know, we have testers in Ghana. We have testers Kota, Abuja, Ibadan, and also some other African countries that are coming up. We have Cameroon. So if you are in any of those countries and you have not located your tribe, that's your own community, please kindly reach out to me and I'll add you to your community. That's your country-based community. And we also have a job board, like you all know, Channel 5, where we post job daily. And you also know we have access to hiring managers like Black Skill, Ladder Tech, and several others that have partnered with us to post jobs on our platform. And you also know we have the test channels where we invite some of our community members to test an application and then they get paid. Moving on, we are going to be introducing our speaker for tonight, but before that, I'm going to be giving a shout out to our new members that just joined our community. This is your first time of being in our community. This is Testers Quarter, and this is your first call. I would like to give you a shout out. Is anyone there? Is anyone there? You just joined our community. This is your first call. Oh, Ido, we are so glad to have you. Thank you for joining us. Yes, guys, let us give him a warm welcome. This is a very nice place to be because you have all the support that is going to help you. Princess Ijoma, I see you to help you in your career as a software quality assurance engineer. Testers Quarter is going to help. Emmanuel, I see you too. Testers Quarter community, like we said, it's a community, right? So you have a lot of people aspiring QA engineers, people that are already in the field for more than a year, people that have been there for 5-10 years. They are in the community, and you can always trust us to bring you webinars that is going to help you to grow in your career. So you're in a good place. Thank you so much for joining us. So moving on, tonight is going to be a practical session, and we have a very versatile person in the field, an expert in the field. His name is Kende Odunuga, and he's going to be taking us on a hands-on session tonight. Kende, we are so glad to have you. So Kende is a product quality engineer with proven experience in both the EdTech and the FinTech sectors. He specializes in manual and automated testing, consistently ensuring product and seller excellence through structured QA practices and effective collaboration with cross-functional teams. He is known for his commitment to innovation and impact, and he contributes to high-value projects and supports tech-driven volunteer efforts. He is passionate about using technology for good, and he is dedicated to continuous learning and building reliable, purpose-driven solutions. Everybody join me as I welcome Kende as he takes us on this subject on GitLab CI/CD pipelines and how to integrate it to our workflow. Kende, we're so glad to have you. You have the floor. Where are our emojis?
Wow. How you can hear me? Thank you,
Yes,
Faith.
I can hear you.
That was quite an introduction. Okay, good evening, everyone, from wherever you are joining from. Yes, Kehinde Odunuga is the name, and I'll be taking us through some few things on setting up our automation pipeline, integrating with GitHub Actions and Jenkins. So I will just share my slides. I have a few slides, nothing too serious. I know this meeting is this workshop is mostly for the intermediate guys, but then everybody is welcome to join, right? And I believe you are going to pick up one or few things during the call. Yeah. So do let me know when you can see my screen. How did they share screen again? Mhm. Okay, I'm sorry. Yep. Oh, yep. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, the topic is setting up automation pipelines using GitHub Actions and Jenkins. So this is going to be very, very simple, very fast, very quick. I hope it is actually. Yeah, a lot of times we as QAs we write tests, automated tests, and some of us find it difficult to integrate with like a pipeline, probably like GitHub Actions or GitLab or Jenkins. Of course, we are going to be using GitHub today, not GitLab. Though it's one of the two we can use. Though it's not like we can use both. So it's either GitHub or GitLab. It's still the same thing they are doing, just different platforms, right? And I personally am someone that just looks for something that is working. It's not about the tools. Even if you look at our climb today, you see a lot of tools coming up here and there. This one, that one. Before you finish learning this, you are already running to learn another one, and before you finish that, there's another one that has just come up and all. Yeah, it's good to learn tools, but then just look for one that works for you and use it. If you need to change, it's fine for you to change, right? Yeah. So setting up automation pipelines using GitHub Actions and Jenkins. So yeah, that takes us to the next slide. Of course, before you can do these things, you need to understand what CI/CD is, right? What is CI/CD? A lot of times we hear this word. A lot of times we even use the word, and you know, and like I said, this is not something we don't know. It's just to still come and enlighten us a little bit more, right? So CI means continuous integration and CD means continuous deployment or maybe continuous delivery. Okay, so what does that mean basically? Continuous integration is where you are able to kind of collaborate with other people working on the same thing. So developers frequently push, small code changes to a shared repository. It's not just developers again these days. Yeah, even testers too. Of course, as a tester, if you are writing maybe a line of code or two, then you should start seeing yourself, like a developer. Maybe you are not really building applications, but then you are still interacting and interfacing with these things. So you're already seeing yourself as such. So yeah, the developers push different codes. You see developer A working on this, developer B working on another feature, developer C working on maybe a user management feature and all, and they all have to bring it together, right, in order for them to make it a whole system and make it able to be used. So this is where continuous integration comes in, where you integrate each code that each developer is working on, and they are able to still keep working on that without breaking anything, without any casala busting anywhere, right? So that's like just from the name continuous and integration, you are integrating continuously. And we have continuous deployment where you also have, yeah, for continuous integration too, we set up some tests in place just to be able to ascertain that the new things that are coming into the system are not breaking anything. So you have introduced a new change. Developer A has written his own code and developer B is merging with what he has written. We just want to be sure that, okay, everything is working fine and there is nothing that is really breaking. So when it comes to continuous deployment, after code passes all tests, it is automatically deployed to any environment now, either depending on the environment that you use, UAT, dev, staging, production, and all. It is automatically deployed. Once it passes the checks, the test, then it is deployed. And this also ensures a fast, repeatable, and reliable release process. So the primary goals of CI/CD is to reduce integration problems and deployment errors, to speed up delivery of software to users, right? And also enable frequent and reliable releases, promote developers' confidence and code stability. So you can see this is how the flow is, right? Where you code, you build, you test, release, deploy, operate, you monitor, you plan, and the cycle continues like that. Yeah, GitHub Actions. GitHub Actions is like a CI/CD tool that is built into GitHub. So it's also a CI/CD tool or its own platform. It's GitHub. It is used within the GitHub platform, right? It automates software workflows directly from your GitHub repository and supports tasks like running tests, building code, and deploying applications. So GitHub Actions is like a tool that you can also use to monitor whatever changes that is coming into your repository. Whatever thing is coming in, it helps you to create a workflow whereby you can set up some tests in place and it picks up the test, it runs. If anything is failing, you quickly know, and if all is good, then you also know and you are good to go, right? And also we have Jenkins. Jenkins is a popular open source automation server. I'm just like giving this very short, concise talks on the slides, right? So that we don't really waste time. So Jenkins helps us to automate the building, the testing, and deployment of software. and also it is highly extensible and used across small teams to large enterprises. Yes, Jenkins can be used as a personal, on a personal project, or something you're just working on a private work, or it can be used in larger teams, very big teams where you have a lot of people integrating codes into a single repository. And also Jenkins is also like GitHub Actions now, that helps you to automate your workflow. But Jenkins can be used outside of GitHub Actions. It can be used in more larger and bigger projects, right? And all. So we are just going to be trying out some few things. Yeah, just to see. So the toolbox we'll be needing is GitHub, Java, and Jenkins. So for you to can you guys still hear me? Looks like I had a glitch there. Okay. All right. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so you need to have like a GitHub account in order to be able to really do this. Of course, we are doing this on GitHub, and for you to use GitHub Actions, you need a GitHub account. You also need to have Jenkins installed on your local system for you to be able to use. You need to have Java installed on your local system for you to be able to use Jenkins, because Jenkins uses Java, right? And we are just going to be looking into how to get started with some of these things. I also believe most of us should have Java on our system already for now. And even most of us should have Jenkins. And if not all of us should have a GitHub account. Okay, so let's just dive into some practical work here. Okay, so I'll stop sharing the slides and I will share another screen where I will just show some few things on GitHub, some few things on Jenkins and all. So yeah, permit me to stop sharing this slide and then share my screen again. If at any point you cannot hear me, please call my attention to it. Okay. All right. So this is GitHub. I've already signed up on GitHub. Once you sign up, it's not hard to sign up. Just go to github.com, then you will see the steps for you to sign up, and you land on a page like that. And we need to create a repository. GitHub works with repositories, right? Repositories are just like, how do I put it now? Maybe like large folders in your GitHub account. So repositories are like it's just like where you host your projects. Tester Squatter, you want to say something?
Yes, I want you to. Can you zoom into your system?
Oh, okay, it's small.
Okay. Yes, small.
How about now?
Bring it up a bit. A little bit more.
Okay, this is looking too big for me. It's fine
now. Yeah, it's better.
All right. So yeah, we are going to be creating like a repository for the sake of this workshop. And repository name, what can I give my my repository. Let me give it demo. Let me give it Jenkins testers. Yeah, you can actually give it any name, right? Okay, Faith.
Yeah, did you drop the link to this so that people can actually do what you're doing?
The link to GitHub, you mean? Okay, I can
Yes,
just drop
drop the
it
link in the chat box so that they can be trying it out as you're doing.
to this chat, to the channel. Which one? I just drop it on the chat. All right. So, but then you still need to go through the sign up process, onboarding on GitHub, and it won't take time though. You can be doing that while the section is going on. So yes, once you are done setting up your GitHub, you always see a screen where you can see this plus icon where you can create a new repository. And once you click on this, you will land on this page that I am on, right? And you will see your name like this, your username, and then the repository name. And yes, you can give it a description, say that a workshop on Jenkins. That's okay. Then you can either choose a public repository or a private repository. So if you select a public, which is our default, everybody will be able to see this repository. Anybody will be able to access it. But if you select private, you can see this lock, meaning you are going to be the only one that will be able to access it, and nobody will be able to see this. What I prefer public, right? There's nothing I'm hiding. I'm not, but mostly for organizations, it will be private. It will not be public like this. It will be private. So you can leave public at default, then initialize this repository with a README. Yes, I want a README. So a README file is like a file that shows the table of contents for what your repository is all about, just like the name, it says README. So when you see a README file within a repository, you know that that file can at least tell you some things that you need to know about a repository. Maybe some things you need to install, some things you need to download, some things you need to, anything you just need to know in order to be able to use that repository. You get. So of course, if you go on GitHub, you see a lot of public repos out there, and through the README, you'll be able to know how to navigate around that particular repository. Hard.git ignore. I don't want it. Choose a license. I don't want it. So I think I'm good like this. I will just go ahead to create my repository. Yes. So once the repository is created, you land on a page like this, and there's really nothing much, just the README that we have just added, and this is what is inside. And this is the description of our repository, the one we gave just now. So once we have this, that's like okay. The first step is to open a GitHub account. The second one is to set up your repository like this. And once you are able to set this up, then the next thing is to then go into the project we are working on, the one we want to actually set up in our pipeline. Okay, Faith.
Yes, so I just want to confirm if we're on the same page, guys. Have you if you have done that, please let's have a thumbs up. So this is not a webinar like that. It's like it's supposed to be a practical session. You understand? You're supposed to be doing it as he is doing, like as he's demonstrating it for us. I see Adigunda Milola. I see Ayola. Does that Michael Jackson? Does that mean that you have done it all? Oh, you are just saying right on. Please use the chat box. Let me know if you are progressing with him. Use the chat box. Yes, Kende, you can go ahead.
All right. Thank you. So I'm going to be using a a an API collection actually. That's what I'll be using. Um, yes, so I have a collection that I I am using. Let me just come. Okay, let me just bring it to this other screen. So this is the collection I'll be using. It's an API collection that I have before now. Of course, you need to have a project you are working on um, before now, right? And okay, I think I should show the steps to download Jenkins before we do this, so that while that is being downloaded, we can come back to do this, because sometimes it can take some time. Like Jenkins can take some time to get downloaded and all. Yes, we can just look at downloading Jenkins and installing it. So to download Jenkins, we need to come to this website. I've just dropped it on the channel, jenkins.io. Jenkins.io. Then you come in. All right. So when you land on the Jenkins page, this is what it looks like, right? We want to download. Just come here, then download. And on this screen, you can see download and deploy, stable LTS, weekly releases, downloading Jenkins. Just we are concerned with the ones on this side. LTS. LTS means long-term support. So we just look for the one that suits our operating system. I'm on a Windows operating system, and I'll be clicking on this. If you're on Mac OS, you can click on this, or any other OS. You can just check here and click on the one that suits you. So I'll be clicking on Windows, and you see you see this. Thank you for downloading the Windows stable installer. So you can see it will automatically download, and it is currently downloading right now. But if the download didn't start, you can also click this link to actually trigger the download, and it starts, right? So yeah. Wow. Okay, I think it's done downloading. Yeah. Okay, it's still downloading. So while Jenkins is downloading, we can continue with the Postman collection. Okay. So okay. Yeah, so we can just continue with this our Postman collection for now. So this is the collection I'm using. This is my project that I'm working on, right? And I have some APIs in it. I have tests that I've written for some of these APIs and all. So first thing is just to try to run this collection first and see if it's even stable, and look at its health. I also have a monitor for it though. So um, yeah, I think it's healthy, yeah, at the moment. So let me just try to run this. So the tests are running. So it's a grocery store API. I know most of us would have seen this API. They would have used it a lot of time. It's very common. Like one of my go-to APIs if I just needed to do something like very quickly. So you can see the test is done running and everything is fine. No failures. And yeah, um, we have 27 passes, right? Um, okay, so we are okay with this right now. We know that our project is actually good to go, right? So let us check our Jenkins download again if it's done. Yeah, I think Jenkins is done. We can just go ahead to install Jenkins for now, and we'll just keep coming and going like that so that we don't waste time. So once Jenkins is done downloading, mind you, if you don't have Java, it won't work. You need Java. You actually need Java to be able to use Jenkins. And to download Java, you just need to come to your browser. You can just search for Java, and you can see Java SE 17, Java download, anyone. But I think for Jenkins, it mostly supports 17 and 21. 17 and 21. Then you click on this, and just like Jenkins too, you look for the one that suits your system. So I'm on a Windows, and I'll pick this one, this particular one for my Windows. You just need to click on this and the download starts. I already have this, so I will just stop this. I already have it, I'll stop it. And but you can do that on your own. Let me share this URL just in case you don't have Java. Before now, you can download Java 17 for the sake of the Jenkins, or 21 actually. Yeah, so I think we should go back to our GitHub now, and let's try to clone this our new repository into our local machine in order to be able to do some gymnastics and then bring in our project here, right? Yeah, so for me to clone this repository now, I need my command line interface. So on Mac OS, it's your terminal. On Windows, it is your command prompt. So we have command prompt. If you click on your, yeah, you can see, if you search for CMD, you will see command prompt, and click on enter, and you have this interface opened up to you, right? You can see this is the command line interface, and from here you can do a whole lot of beautiful things from this place. A whole lot of beautiful things actually from this place. So yeah, so we need to clone this repository. And how do we clone it onto our local system? So like I was explaining continuous integration the other time. Let's take, for instance, this Jenkins testers repository is the repository that a lot of us needs to work on. Maybe as a front-end developer, you have 2 or 3 developers in your organization, and we are all working on this repository. But then we all need to like have a replica of this repository on our local system. You cannot see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
I can see your screen. I think she meant that it was tiny or something, but I think it's better now.
Oh, okay. All right. So yes, so they all need to make like a copy of this repository on their local system for them to be able to work on it, right? And that's what we are going to be doing. And once they make the copy of this repository on their system, then they come back to merge or to push their code here such that it will be visible, for other developers to be able to merge with it, to be able to pull from it, push, and all of those things. So we are going to be cloning our repository. So for cloning, you can either clone by HTTPS or SSH or GitHub CLI. SSH, GitHub CLI, anyone. I prefer the HTTPS, right? You can use anyone you like. This is just my own preference. You might like SSH or the GitHub CLI. So I have copied this, right? And the next thing is to come to my terminal. Okay, let me not do this. I want to ensure that you guys can see this. Okay, I've come here. So on coming here, I need to just use the command git clone, then paste my repository URL here. Somebody is saying my screen is frozen. Is that the same thing for everyone? Hello?
I can
No,
try
it's
to
not.
do something on it.
Okay. You say it's stuck on my repo screen. The mouse pointer is not. Maybe you should leave and join again. Okay, someone else is saying they can't see.
What are you doing, Fred? Because I'm not. It's not moving.
Wait. What are you seeing currently?
I'm seeing user git clone HTTPS. Yes.
Okay. So I just typed some things. Can you see the new things I typed?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so all right. Okay, so this is where I am. And if you cannot see my screen, maybe you should try leaving and rejoining. Maybe that would help, right? And then I'll just continue. Yeah, so I'm going to clone this repository here. But I like there's a way I like cloning my repository. I like using a token to clone my repository because I don't want issues. GitHub can be very, very problematic sometimes. Not GitHub actually, Git, when you start seeing plenty errors here and there. So I just come to settings here and I come to okay, not these settings actually. If you click on your profile, you see this, then you see settings here. Then scroll down to the left, you see developer settings, and you see this personal access tokens and token classic, not fine-grained tokens or tokens classic. I click on this and I can create and see these are the tokens I created in the past. So I just come here to generate new token, not fine-grained repo scopes. No, it's token classic for general use. Then I click on this. So my token needs a name. I'll give it testers. And expiration, you can choose an expiration for it. Do you want to expire in 7 days, 30 days, 60, 90, or custom where you choose when you want it to expire, or no expiration, you don't want it to expire at all. 30 days is just okay for me. And this is the scope. You need to select a scope of where you need the token for. I would just say repo and workflow, since these are the two things I would really be doing. There are other things here, but I don't need to check them. So I'll just select this repo and workflow, and I will generate the token. So upon clicking this, a token is generated for me. So once this token is generated, just copy it straight away from here. Because if you leave this screen, you will not see this token again. It's lost. You will not be able to see it again. So just copy it and maybe keep it on a notepad somewhere. Just keep it on a notepad somewhere, and you can continue with whatever you are doing before. Okay, steps that. Okay. All right. So we were about to clone our repository then. So what I do is I put in my token inside this URL. Just watch. I put it here actually. So git clone https. Then after the slash, just before the github.com, I'll paste my token, right? You can still see the github.com here. But before it, I will still now put at. So this is, it can be complicated. If you can do it, fine. If you cannot, it's fine. You don't really need it like that. But me, I just like it, right? And git clone this HTTPS, then you put your token. It's just like your signature on this, and then git entering your presence on this repository in your local system. That's like what it means. And then github.com. Is anyone raising their hands or what? Okay, so once we have done that, you just click on enter, and your repo is cloned successfully. And okay, so what I forgot something actually. I was supposed to choose the location where I want my repository to be cloned, but I've cloned it in my user profile, right? I was supposed to clone it somewhere else that I will be able to easily see, but it's fine. I can always move it away from here to another folder, right? But it's been cloned into my user, into this particular place. So if I do ls, I should be able to see. I know it's going to be very much. I should be able to see that repository somewhere here. Yes, this is it. This is the repository. So I know it's somewhere here. I think I'll just move it outside of this place to a more somewhere I can easily access. So I believe we are also following. Yeah, thank you, Abdul Rahman. There's my guy. Okay. Yeah, this is my guy. I want to move it to my downloads folder. I want to move it to my downloads folder. So I've done that on the UI. It's something I can also do from this place, but then that might be looking complicated to some of us. So what I just need to do is to navigate to my downloads folder here. And yes, I'm in my downloads folder, and yeah, I will share the Jenkins installation process. Hold on. I'm in my downloads folder, and then I would just list out what I have in my downloads, and should be somewhere here too. This is even much. Okay, this is it here. This is it here. But it's fine. It's fine. So once I have that, right? Now I need to navigate into the repository. I will just change my direction and enter into Jenkins. And Abdul Wahab, do you want to say something? Hello, you are raising your hand. Okay, I'll just continue. All right. Yeah, so you can see this is our repository in our local system. So you can see this Jenkins testers, this is it here. And you can see the README file. This is the README file. So this is just like saying you have a copy of this repository on your own local system, on your personal system. I think I should continue this on VS Code so that it looks a bit more colorful for some of us. And some of us don't really like this black things everywhere. So I will just open this in VS Code and I'll continue rather than using the command prompts, right? So I can just navigate to my VS Code from here, how this works. Yeah, so my VS Code is opened. Let me share the VS Code screen. Might be I have plenty of screens scattered everywhere. Okay, I can't find it again. Yes. All right. Yeah, so okay, so you can see this is just still the same thing I have on the command prompt. It's still the same thing. If you check the README, it's the same thing I've put in that README. And I want to start working on this repository now. I will just come here and open. No, I'll come here to open a new terminal. Then new terminal. So this new terminal will now serve as our own command prompt within the VS Code. It's the same thing as the command prompts that we had within the VS Code. So if I do this, if I still try to list out the things, you can see this is the only thing that I have within the repository, just the README file, right? And the first thing I will do is to create a new branch for myself. So you know, when we created our repository the other time on GitHub, we had only one branch, which is the main branch, right? Which is the main branch that you can see here. This is the main branch, and there's no other branches. So you can also create branches from here, but then this is like the default branch. But as different developers are working on different projects, different things within the project at the same time, they will need to actually create a new branch that they are going to be working on, so that whatever thing they are working on will be associated with that branch, and from that branch they can merge it another branch and maybe up to the ultimate main branch. So I'll just create the branch from here, and the command to create the branch is git checkout -b, then the name of the branch. I can call the name of my branch dev. So because it's a new branch, that's why what I'm trying to do here is to tell Git to check out into this new branch dev, right? And once I enter this, you can see switched to a new branch dev. And if I try to look at the branches that I have, Git branch, you are going to see, you can see dev and you can see main. And if we look on the other side, it's just main that is there. We don't have this dev yet. It's just this main that is there. We don't have the dev yet, right? So, but we are still getting it there. And you can see this is in green because that is the current branch we are on. But we also have a main branch. it's listing both branches, but this is highlighted in green because it's our current working branch. And if you look here again, you will still see the dev branch. You can always switch your branch. You can always switch your branch. Okay, this branch that I was showing you the other time, this page just shows you what branch you are working on currently. I can switch back to main. I can check out to main. Check out main. And you can see switched to branch main. You see that here it did not say switch to a new branch, right? It just says switch to branch main. And if I check the Git branch again, you will see that the main is now in green, telling us that we are on the main branch. So I want us to go back to the dev branch. So main branch is just like production, right? And nobody works on production. So let us work on the dev branch. You can see it is back here. And now let's try to add our project to this branch. Let's try to add our project to this branch. But before we add our project to this branch, we need to actually set up our workflow too. We need a workflow, and that's where the GitHub Actions comes in, right? So for GitHub Actions, we need to create a folder here. If you come here and right-click here and say new folder, the name of the folder is going to be .github. That's the name of the folder. And inside this .github folder, you still right-click and click on this to create another folder called workflows. Then we have something like this. And now inside this folder that is called workflows, now we can now create our YAML file. So YAML files are how do I explain YAML files now? So it's a YAML is like the that's what our workflow supports do. So you will see when I start inputting some of the things that I need inside it, you will see well, it's not like the regular JavaScript file or Java or any other regular file. It's just different, and it's called the YAML file. So we can name it anything, but we need to put the extension .yaml. So I can call this one, let me say dev test .yaml, enter. So you can see so move this down a bit. Okay. So you can see, you can start typing anything here, right? And for our YAML files, we need to, it's just where we set up our workflow, what we want it to look like, how we actually want the workflow to look like, and you know, all of those things around it. So we are going to be writing some very simple, straightforward things for our YAML file. So yes, the first thing is the name of this particular workflow. What's the name? We can say dev env workflow. Can actually put anything, right? And what's on what do you want this workflow to be triggered? I will say on push, yeah. And then you start specifying the jobs that you want to run on this particular workflow, jobs and tests. I want it to run a test for me, and it's going to be running on. So these things are actually available online. You don't have to cram all of these things in your head, right? You can check on Google, you can check ChatGPT, anywhere. These tools are there to help us, right? So you don't have to be forming Bruce Lee or Van Damme to want to cram all of these things on your head. If you can, fine. If you can't, just go and copy somewhere online. And yeah, so we wanted to run on Ubuntu latest, and this is the steps we wanted to take, actually, steps. And for the steps is going to be using uses actions / checkout at v3 version 3 or something, and then we can run something. You can run something and say run anything. Let's say run an echo to tell us that this job was automatically triggered. By an event. Like I said earlier on, you can always go and copy these things from online. Don't do pass yourself. This is just to tell us the event name of what is currently running or what is about to start running, right? And then we are good to go. So the next thing will be to actually tell what we want to run exactly. But for now, we don't know, we have not specified what we want to run here at this moment. But maybe now is the time to bring in our Postman collection. Or maybe we can just have like a test file first, maybe like a Python file or something for now, and see what actually happens. So I can still come back here to create a new file. So I don't want to create it inside this GitHub. I don't want to create it there. So I want to create it in the home directory of this old Jenkins tester. So I'll do this. Okay, and I can say maybe demo.py file, and in this file I can say just print out I am a member of testers quarter. That's just what I wanted to print out here, and I will just save this. And yes, we have this. We can then come back to this our YAML and tell this to run this new file that we just created. It's a Python file, so we need Python to be able to run this. Python demo.py, because this is the name. The name is demo.py. If it was another name, it would be that name that you specify here, actually. So this is good. We can then we can just push this first and see what happens, right? Yeah, on our command line here, we should know some very important about 4 commands that you always use every time. Like you always use it every time. And the first one is git status. Git status, this is to check the status of what is going on in your working directory. So you can see it says on branch dev, I have untracked files, which is this GitHub folder that I created. You can see this slash is telling you that it's a folder. There's something else inside, which is this workflows and other stuff. And also this demo.py file. I have both of them here. And also, it says I've not added it. So if I want to add it, I can use git add to track it. So git status is one of that important git commands. The next one is the git add. You can specify the name of the file you want to add. I can say demo.py and also come back to specify this name, but I want to add everything together at once. So I can just put dots. So what this dot means, add all. So it means everything that is on my working directory that has not been added will be added with this particular command. And once I do git add, you will not see anything, right? That means it has added. But for us to know that it has actually added, you need to check your status again. And you can see before it was in red, and now it's in green, telling you that, yeah, this has been added. So it says now that there are changes to be committed. You have added these files. Now you need to commit it, right? So, and you can restore it. Maybe you made a mistake. You don't want to add some things. You can use this command to restore what you have added, like to undo what you have done. So git restore -, stage, then the name of the file, maybe demo.py. And you will be able to undo it. So at this point now, we are good to go. We just need to commit our changes at this point. There are a lot of other git commands that you can always check out. You can always check online. So git commit, this is like actually tagging our changes. Okay, say for instance, I am working a login functionality and it wants to push. How are we going to know that this is what you actually pushed at this particular time? So this is where they put that name, that okay, this is what I am committing. For me, I'm committing the workflow and the demo file. So I can say workflow and demo.py. And then yeah, I have something like this. Yes, so git commits, I think M is a flag for message. M means message, a flag for message workflows and demo. Then I'll click on enter. Did I click on enter? I think okay. What's going on? My enter is not entering. What's going on?
It's your workflow.
So let me see if I can check this status again. I will just do Ctrl+C.
Kenny, if you have
so these are some of the small issues. Talk like that, it might make life kind of miserable for us. So I don't know what happened at that place. Maybe I don't know, maybe I've done something that is wrong. But as at the moment now, I will just check my status again just to know where I am at. Okay, it says changes to be committed. That means it has not been committed. So I'll come back again to come and commit it. Okay. So git commit and workflows and then let's see one, then enter. Yes. So I don't know what happened the other time, but then yeah, changes have been coming. You can see 2 files changed, 10 insertions, create mode for this file and this file. Then the next thing to do is to push. That's it. So now remember, I'm on this dev branch. So I'm not pushing to my main branch directly. I'm pushing to my dev branch. You might tell me to set one upstream now. But this is the command to push, git push origin dev. So I've used about 4 commands git status, git add, git commit, and git push. You will always use this like every time. You can use it 1 million times in a week if you are actively pushing stuff to your GitHub. So git push origin dev, and let's see, and you can see it has been pushed to my GitHub. You can see done. It says create a pull request for dev on GitHub by visiting blah blah blah. Yeah, it's even advising me on what to do and this. So now I don't know, for those of us that have been using um GitHub before, you will notice that I didn't need to like sign in on this my terminal. That's where you will be asked to like sign in with your user.email or username and all of those things. It did not ask me for those things here. Why? It was because of that token that I used to clone this repository. So using that token has already registered my signature that okay, this is coming from me already. So this working directory already recognized that okay, well, I'm the one that is using this working directory, and that's why it has not prompted me to sign in at anywhere till I was able to push. Now that I have pushed, I will go to GitHub. Close this. I'll go to my GitHub. We should have something new. Yeah. So if you look at GitHub now, yeah, it says dev add recent. And
That's it.
if you you look okay,
Kennedy, am I the only one? You're breaking.
yeah,
You said no.
We are losing you, Kennedy.
yes, I know. So I believe I should be back now.
Yes,
Should not
you
be.
are. You're back.
All right, thank you. Nigerian network will frustrate you, and they will want to share you, but we get God and we get back in. All right, so this is so you can now see that on this our branches, we now have the dev branch. Remember, we created this dev branch our from our terminal. We created it from our local system, but now it is being highlighted here. So also this is telling us that we have dev as a recent push, but it's not on main yet. That's why you cannot see those new files, those .github/workflows that we created, those demo files that we created. But if you come to dev, you will see it. You will see it on dev. It's on dev, but it's not on main yet. Oh, my network. Why? Not today. It's slow. Okay, this is still loading. All right. This is very slow. Okay, so we have, you can see that on our dev branch we now have, we have this and we have this, but then we don't have it on main. And if you see something, there is this arrow here that says that all check have passed. What are the checks that we have put there and what is passing? You can check the details from here. So if you check the details from here, you can see the things that the test that we set up. So this is from our workflow, right? That's our workflow that we set up. We set up a job. It runs on these actions checkout. It runs this. It ran this also, and also this. So if you look at this, you see different things. So it says the job was automatically triggered by a push event. So that was what we specified in our, we did not specify this push actually, but at least we specify some GitHub.event name ish something. And also we have the run, this one that we ran. I am a member of Testers Quarter. If you remember when we added that. So this is like our workflow. This is how it works, and we can always specify anything we want to run here, anything at all, it will run. And this particular test is being picked up on push. When we push something new to our GitHub, that is when this test picks itself up, right? And you run that test so that it's just to check for sanity that okay, everything is fine. So it now depends on the kind of test that you have specified there and the kind of application you are working on. This is just like a simple flow, right? So now I need to compare what I have on dev to my main branch. I can do this, compare and pull, and you can see this arrow is pointing from dev to main. Sometimes you will see this main on this side and this dev on this side. You should know that it's not, it depends on where you want to match from or where you want to, pull from. So this is telling us that it is able to match. I can change, if I change this to main, I'm not sure it should be telling me that, you see, there isn't anything to compare. And if I change this to dev to, there still is not anything to compare. So it's from dev to main. And you'll say, yeah, able to match. You can add a title. This is the workflow and the demo. And I can create a PR for it. This is a pull request. This is how developers match their code when they say they are creating PRs. They want to match to one environment and all. So maybe from their own local environment, they can merge to a testing environment, a UAT environment, a dev environment, a staging environment, any environment, as long as you have those different environments. At some places we can have like 3 different test environments where you test on staging, then you come and test on UAT again. And some people will even have something like a beta environment or pre-prod environment that kind of like is very close to the production environment. And then the main environment, which is the production environment. So it says all check have passed, no conflict with base branch, merging can be performed automatically. Then I can merge requests. And also it's just because this is a very private, a very personal account. If it's like an organizational account, you might not, you will have people that will approve your merge request, your pull request, people that will be able to like review it, then they will either approve or they would decline whatever you are doing. Or they can also add a comment, maybe, oh, this code is not clean enough. They can just come here to add a comment. I can just say good here, and I can comment, and I'll merge, confirm merge, and yes, it has been merged, right? This has been merged. If I come back here to our home home directory of our repository. You can now see on the main branch we have this. On the main branch we have this, and I think a test is trying to run. Let's see, waiting for a job runner to pick this job, and there's no job that will pick this. We can actually create a job. So the job we created was for a push event, right? We can also create a job for a merge event, like a pull request, where you are trying to make a pull request. The one we did was just for a push. We can also do that. And this is the GitHub Actions workflow. You can come here to check your actions here. It gives you an overview of the things that you have done and all of those things. All of your workflows, you see them here. And we can come back to code here and all. So I want to add the postmark collection now, and I'll also make a merge. I'll create a workflow for a merge test, so that whenever we make a pull request to, it just keeps running and running like that. So and once we are done with that, we just go over to Jenkins and we can maybe call it a night. So let's go back to our VS Code. So we are kind of actually coming. Okay, so I can just clear this, right? And I can come back here to create another file for a merge event, right? I can call it merge .yaml. And we have this here. Okay. So I will just also try to quickly impute some things here. So it's not very far from this one. I can copy this and just modify. So for this one, I want to call it a merge. No. Merge workflow, and on which events do I want this to run? I want it to run on pull request.
Candy, I think Candy dropped off from the call. Yes, that must be his network. We're going to wait for him just a bit. So while we wait for him, I just want to say hello. Hope you are good. Why is everybody so quiet tonight? Is it Jenkins that is disturbing us or what? Guys, are you here? Yes, I see Samuel. Okay, you guys have been following. That's good. So I believe that is network. Oh, you know now. You know where we are living, right? So while we wait for Kende, I would just like to talk about the APQ EC, that's the African Product Quality Engineering Conference. I believe quite a number of us must have heard about it. The conference is coming up in June, and everybody's invited to join the conference. Have you heard about the conference? If you have, kindly drop your emoji. Let me see your emoji if you have. All right, I see one person. Yes, I've had. Oh, just a moment, please. I just hope Kendi will be able to join us tonight again. With all this, I'm trying to copy the link for you so that I can put it on the call here. I'm with you guys. Yes, it's a free event. I just dropped the registration link for us so that you can use it to register. Yes, African Product Quality Engineering Conference. It's going to be featuring several speakers from all over Africa. And let me share the interface with you. Oh, Kende, you are back.
Yeah, so sorry. Sorry about my network palaver.
All right,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Can I
let's
proceed?
listen to. Yes, please.
All right. So if you look at this this other workflow, it's kind of different. I don't know why this is another value pull request. Okay, am I supposed to put it in any? I don't know, but let's just. So this is kind of a bit different from this because it's like it's for merges, pull requests, what's it called again? So it's just kind of different, but then it's a little different that he has strategy and this matrix and OS things, but the steps still remain the same. And also the job, so you can still specify more jobs to run, right? Let's just add our Postman collection to this. Let me pick this. Let me kind of export this. Okay. I'll call it. So, okay. So, if you just go and drag it there, that'll save me some. Yeah. So, I have it here. So this is the name of the collection. It's a JSON format and all. Yeah, you don't want to bore ourselves with whatever is here, but it's the same thing we have on our Postman just now. And let's quickly push this and see what's okay. So you can see the new Postman collection and this. Okay, before we push, we can say we can do some after running that, we can still run. We can still do Newman run. Then this guy. Copy. Yeah, this should work. Save. State documents. GitHub. Comments. I can say updates. Yeah. Then so our dev branch. Yeah, this has been pushed. If we check GitHub, if I come to my dev branch, okay, this test has finished running just now. You can see the collection here. Our test has run. I'm not sure I put the collection. I specified the collection to run in this one. Yeah, I did not specify the collection to run, but when we merge, it's going to run. So it's like a new change that is coming into our main branch, right? It's a new main does not have it now, but it's a new change that is coming into our main branch, and we want to run the existing test and still run this test just to be sure that it's good to go, right? So this branch is one commit ahead or one commit behind. So you can click on any one of the two, and we are just always check yes that you are merging from your dev to your main branch, and then you create the pull request and create this, and then so all checks have passed. Merge pull request, confirm merge. So I believe this is done merging. So the test should have picked up now. Okay, so it's done running. That's very fast. Okay, this is not. I'm not sure this is the test that I supposed. This is not our test that is supposed to run actually. It's this one. So the one we just checked now. Okay, let me just check the file. Yes, we have it. Okay, I'm not sure the test ran for this particular Postman collection. Okay, something is failing. Let's check what is failing. Okay, pull request is not a valid event name. Really? Why is pull request not a valid event name? Okay, we need to check our workflow again to be sure we have set in the right thing. Okay, the one that was showing me red and I just decided to ignore it. Let's see. Okay, so is it like this? Oh, I think it's like this. Okay, let's just push again. Okay, not sure else. Right. So these are the little issues that we encounter when working with when working on GitHub, Git, and all. So we need to redo the merge. Okay, just go ahead to merge to main. Okay. So I think he has picked up the merge workflow now and it's running. Okay, something is still failing again. All right. We might just have to maybe okay, I run shark could not be loaded. Search files. Oh, okay. We need to fix this. We need to fix this. This is not saved as a JSON file. You can see the extension is not giving us the proper JSON extension. So yes, so you can see it has changed now. So these are, and it's now even going. So these are some of the things that we'll just encounter while working on this, and troubleshooting it makes you better actually. Troubleshooting this makes you better at what you do. You already know that okay, this error you have encountered before, and then you can also help others to fix such errors. So I'm pushing it again, and we should be fine. I said this thing want me to swear for it, but we should be fine. We should be fine now, actually. So it's not easy. And we still have Jenkins to show. I'll just quickly run through the Jenkins now. So this is one way to set up workflows for our projects, any projects we are working on. My network is not even helping me at all. This is well. Thank God today is Friday, so I can sleep anyhow I like. I'm not rushing to anywhere tomorrow. Okay. This is very slow. This is very slow. But do we have people like that are actually following and you are able to still meet up to this point? Anyone? Okay, since some people have gone to bed. I hope you guys can still hear me though, so nobody is saying anything. Wow.
Yes, I'm still following. Very much following. Very, very much following. I have one question though. I don't know
Okay.
how to. I have a problem
Thank you.
with the YAM.
Shall I go? All right. Thank you, guys. I was beginning to get scared, like how my network has not shown me out again. All right. We'll just quickly do this and round up very soon. All right. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I know you guys. I know some of you have problems with that. So what's the problem you're having with it actually? Passing. We can go ahead to merge to our main branch. Okay, this is waiting to run. Yes, Oluwashola.
Yes, boss.
Well, Shola is raising his hand. I thought you wanted to say something. Okay. This is by practicing and by doing more to get better with YAML. You just need to keep doing. It's not something that just comes or sticks like that. You need to keep doing. What's going on? Just okay. This is still pending. Okay, so I run out to pick this job up. Have a pull request. Okay. I don't know why this is stuck here. Okay. Okay, let me just cancel this workflow. Okay, so it's taking a lot of time. Let's see. So dev branch up to date with our main branch. I cancel this. Let me then continue to Okay, that will still be opened. Required to merge. If I merge. Okay, this has been merged. I come back to my main branch. Yeah, this is meshed with my main branch. Let me check the actions. Check this. Check this. I'm still not seeing my postman for my API for some reasons. Okay, let's just proceed, right? Let me quickly show Jenkins and we can just move ahead from there. So I believe we have downloaded Jenkins. Where's the Jenkins again? Okay. Yes, we have downloaded Jenkins. It's just to open the installation, the installer, right? You should see something like this. I'll answer your question, Shalabo. Just hold on. So I want us to quickly look at the Jenkins, and before our time is fast spent. So you can see this once you open the downloaded file. The network is not even helping matters. Yeah, so you can see Jenkins. This is what the setup wizard looks like. Welcome to Jenkins, the version, then you click on it. So because I have Jenkins, it's asking, do I want to remove? So I can remove it actually, and just for the sake of this demo, I'll remove the one I have before, and we'll quickly set up a new one. Yeah. So this is going to be removed, and I've just removed my Jenkins. I'll come back here to start afresh. Yep. Next, then this is where the Jenkins will be installed inside your program files. You do next, and run service as local or domain user. No, I don't want this. I want to run it as a local system. It's just me that is using this Jenkins on my system. So it's not like an organizational stuff that you run, as domain. So I'll just continue with this, though it's not recommended, but I want to continue with it. I'll face the risk with my full chest. So it says I should choose a port. This is the default port. I can test the port to know if it's working. I can see. You can't see my screen, Tobechuku. What are you seeing? Can anyone see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. So I've just tested the port 8080 and go next. So this automatically picks the Java in my Java home, the one I set up in my environment. And I'm not sure if this is going to work, but let's just continue to see what happens. Yes, I know it's not going to work. It's saying that invalid Java directory, failed to find compatible Java. So it says 17 or 21. I was saying that when we're downloading Java, but it's fine. I have Java 17. I'll just come here. Sorry that I have to move in across screens like this. So I'll just come here and select the Java that I want. So I have all of this Java on my system. I'll just select 17 and say okay, and I'll go next. You can see we are here. Jenkins starts. I will just continue with the default and install. and Jenkins is installing. Wow. We have really paid on this call. Okay, we'll soon round up. So yes, it's finished. It's going to start. Okay, so once we have finished installing our Jenkins, what we just need to do is to go to our program files where we have the Jenkins installed. I have it here. Most people on Windows will have it there. Just look for Jenkins. This is Jenkins, and I'm going to be opening my command line so that I can start my server and I can start my Jenkins. So I'll just open the command line from here directly, and yeah, so you can see. You said what? Is anyone saying anything? Okay, so I'll just continue. So my command prompt has opened, and you can see open directly to this folder here. That's where I open directly. If I do ls, you see that the things I have here is the same thing that is inside this folder here. So I want to start up my server. I would use this command java-jar. Then I'll copy this Jenkins.war. I'll copy it and paste here. So this command, let me put it on the channel, is to start our Jenkins server. So yeah, java-jar, then Jenkins, just the same way this was written. If you put small j, yeah, it will not work. So the same way this is, just put it here, then I'll click on enter, and it tells me that it's running. Okay, something is happening. Running. Okay, it's fine. I would just, let me see if I will just continue to the server, right? You know, we used 8080 as port the other time. So if you want to open up the Jenkins server, it's localhost, then the port 8080, depending on the port that you have set. So I will just use this and continue. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah. So it's saying I should sign into my Jenkins. I think it's automatically picking up the former Jenkins I have. I think that's what it's automatically picking up. But for you, just in case it's not showing you this page like this, it might be showing you some installation pages. I wish I can show that. I don't know. Is there anyone that is having a different page? Are you here? Like, if you are following me, are you on the same page like this with me, or you have a different page? Or I can, or should I repair my Jenkins to use another port if that is going to work? I really wish you can take me to that other page. I really wish, because it's kind of Jenkins cannot repair independence. It can be kind of technical, right? Should I continue with this? Let's see. See. Yeah, like I know he's going to open up this for me straight up. There are some other steps before here that we actually need to do. Okay, Shalabom.
Yes. I'm having issues. I tried to install it and it's telling me to check credentials when I try to install the Jenkins after it has saved in my downloads.
To check credentials. No, is it? Did you install? Were you able to install where I selected a Java and went on like that? Were you able to reach that stage?
No. It's installed in C program file / Jenkins in the installation menu when I click the install. So I'll click next and then service logon credentials. So it's giving me two options: run service as local system or run service as
run it
local.
as not recommended. That first one did not recommended.
Okay.
Okay,
as the not recommended. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
So I think we can use your own. Can you share your screen? Maybe we can just there are other things that I need to show you. Because I've already logged in like with this system, I'm not able to get to that screen again. So is it possible you share your screen and I just direct like on some things? Is that fine?
Yes, I'm trying to do so. I'm not seeing where to share my screen.
Come to the meeting link. You will see after your video icon, there's one other icon with an arrow pointing up. Can you see it?
Okay, yes, I see it.
Yes, so you will need to share entire screen.
Okay, present now.
All right.
Okay, is my screen displaying?
Not yet.
Okay.
So when you click on that arrow that is pointing up, you will see a window, small window that says window, entire screen, and all. You select entire screen. So after selecting, going to the entire screen tab, you will now still select what you are seeing. You will display your entire screen for you on that small window. You select it. Yeah, then you now share.
Then share. Okay.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, so I'm seeing your screen now.
Okay, so I'm going to, this is where I'm.
Yeah, just exactly. Yeah, okay, so test this port.
Port number 8018.
Yes, test the port.
Do I click the test port?
Yes, click on it.
It's saying that it's going to install it at the program files Android Studio JBR. Do I change it?
Why Android? Why Android Studio? You can change it. Let it just install directly on your program files.
Program files.
Yeah,
okay.
Let it install directly here. You can click on OK. Yeah. Just click on OK.
Okay.
Wait. Go back. Yeah, I think cancel this. Let's change. You should have Jenkins on your program files, right? Change it. Search for. Click on that change.
Jenkins.
Yeah. On this place, look for Jenkins.
Okay.
You don't have it here.
I'm just installing the Jenkins fresh, so it hasn't really installed or saved yet.
Yeah, you should automatically create a folder for you in this place. You can create the folder if it's not creating a folder for you. Can we create folder from here? Or you go to
program files manually.
Yeah, your program file. Yeah, just go there. Wait. Is this? Wait, hold on. Select Java folder. This is not Jenkins, so go back. It's saying you should select a Java folder actually. Cancel this first. Cancel this. Yeah, cancel it. So it's saying please select Okay, it's
Select
Java now. We
Java
want to
home
select.
directory.
Change now. Go to your. Do you know where your Java? It was that. Go back from here first. Go back from here. Just go.
Yeah, my Java is the one in the Android Studio.
That's the thing. Yes, let's go and select that.
Okay, so do I go back or change?
Go back first. Let's see if you now come next. Okay, test the bots.
Okay.
Then next. Okay, it's not taking you to just so change it. Do you know where the Android Studio is? I think it's inside Android Studio.
Yeah.
Okay, is that where it is? Open it.
Yes, I think so.
Where is your? Do you have Java 17?
No, it's
No.
21.
Okay, where is it? Okay, is this? Okay, click on OK if it is good. It will go. I'm not seeing any Java 21 yet. Next, let's see. Okay, wow. Now went through. Okay, next. Then install. Yeah, I really spent a lot of time on this call. Maybe next time we'll just like
It's a good thing it's Friday night.
yeah, just split the class or just kind of go very straight to the point.
But you can still see my screen. This is the Java I have.
Yes. Yeah, I can see your
Java
screen.
version. Open JDK 21. I use it with Studio, Android Studio.
Android.
It comes bundled. It's one
fine.
that comes bundled with Android Studio.
Okay. Java is Java.
Will it work?
As long as we can. Yeah, it's going to work.
Okay.
If it's not going to work, we will not be able to get to that install screen. Okay, this has finished. Okay, click on finish. Then go to your program files.
Mobile file.
Program file.
Program files.
Go to local DC. Yeah. Then program files, the first one, yes. Then check for Jenkins. Look at Jenkins then. Yeah. Continue.
Okay. We are here.
Okay, so from here, we want to go to our terminal directly. So look at the address. That's your folder address where you have this PC, local DC, program files, Jenkins on that line. Can you see? Yes, click here. Yeah, so just type
C program
CMD.
file / Jenkins.
Yeah. Just type CMD like this. Just type CMD.
I should type CMD here.
Yes, don't click or just type.
Okay, CMD. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we are inside this. We are inside this our Jenkins folder on our CLI. So we need to start up the Jenkins server. So the command is Java. The one I sent.
Java, the code you gave before.
Yeah, that one I sent. You can just copy it.
JAR. Then capital.
Jenkins does war. Yeah.
WAR.
Yeah. Enter. I really commend those that waited till this time.
It's a good thing it's a Friday night.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it has stopped.
Okay. It's fine. Open a browser. Go to your browser. And navigate to that local host port 8080. Yes, so this was what I was expecting. This was the step that was missing in my own screen. So
Oh,
getting here now, you might be stuck if you don't really know what to do from here. So it says unlock Jenkins. To ensure Jenkins is securely set up by administrator, a password has been written on the log. So now, where is the password? Normally on that, if you look at the command we just ran now on the CMD, a password is supposed to be returned there, but I don't think any password was returned yet. Yeah, but it's fine. If this one did not return our password, we can always get our password somewhere else. So go back to the Jenkins folder, that program files, that Jenkins folder. Yeah, just open that folder and look at that first file, jenkins.err. Open it. It's a notepad. Open it with notepad. Okay, scroll down. You will see the key. Yeah, look at that string 4AE just before this may also be found as copy it. That's your key. That's your own secret key.
okay.
Tobechukwu is asking what did you type on the CMD? You mean to start up the Jenkins server? Tobechukwu? You can still continue, Shalabomi. Just go back to our Jenkins now. Yes.
Not on the Jenkins server.
Where? Which
After
one?
downloading it, you went to the file, and then you ran something on. You press something on the CMD that took you to the command prompt.
Okay, from here, from this screen, right?
Not this screen. Yes, from this. Yes, from this screen.
Yeah, it is this screen. Okay,
when you open the Jenkins file, yes.
Yeah, I get. So it's just a way to directly open our terminal with this, like directly opening this folder in our terminal. It's not hard to do. Okay. So any folder you are at all, any folder you are, and you want to go to the terminal straight from that folder on your Windows PC, you just need to come up here to this address. Go there again. Shalabom, please. Go just go to that place where you typed the CMD. Just click once. Hold on. So once you click on this, this is the address of this folder. So once you are here and this is highlighted like this, just type CMD and press enter. It will take you directly to the terminal of any folder you are on. Do you get?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's continue.
So what was the command you now?
Which command?
When you got to the command prompt, what did you now type that ran that stuff?
Yeah, I have it on the chat. Yeah, I'll send it again. Bomi, let's continue.
Yeah. Okay.
So go to our local host 8080. Let's go and continue from there. Yes. So paste that secret key here. Yeah, continue. Let's quickly finish this once and for all. Yeah, so it's loading. So install suggested plugin, that the blue one. Yes.
Okay.
So these things are installing. The plugin should be needing for your Jenkins. It's been installed. It will soon finish installing. So once it's done installing and you can log in, then I'll share my screen again. I'll take it from there. So this is the part that is missing on my own end, which I feel like is very important for you guys to actually see how this is done, because you might get confused on that other screen. So if you have questions, you can ask your questions now, and let me just try to answer your questions. You can unmute, ask your questions if you have any questions. So these are the plugins that are being installed. Probably we should have even done this first before the whole GitHub thing. So, and for GitHub too, GitHub is sweet, Jenkins is sweet. Both of them are sweet, right? And I love both of them. And I also love working on the terminal, on the command line. It makes me, it puts me in control, and it gives me flexibility, right? Yeah, so we can use GitHub Actions to set up our workflows. We can use Jenkins to set it up. We have tried on GitHub Actions, and now we are going to try on Jenkins. So for Jenkins at the workplace, of course, it's going to have a lot of other configurations, which you are not going to be the one that will do that. That will be done by your DevOps person, your DevOps engineer. Is going to be in charge of Jenkins and be giving access to whoever needs to have access to it. But then you will not even need to be doing a lot of setting up like this. But it's always good for us to know how to do these things by ourselves. Like at all, you can set up something for yourself, and you can use. This is taking some time. I hope others are trying this. I hope others are trying this out. From reports or from research. And if you think this thing I want to say is not true, you can tell me. So from research, people don't actually really go back to watch this kind of videos. When you are on this call like this, you are attending a workshop like this, and it's being recorded, and at the end of the day, the recording is sent. Not everybody goes back to watch the video. You can just look at some of them. I'm just like, well, I was there when it was being done. I don't need to watch the video again. I'm very sure that's like the case most times, right? Why am I saying this? I know some people will be like, I'll watch the video later on. But you and I know that you will not watch that video.
I'm guilty of this.
I know. So in cases like this, when I attend webinars or workshops like this, I try to follow through as much as I can. If I can, I just try to follow through, because it's not always easy to go back to watch the video. Except I really needed something in that video, I'll go back to watch the video. But in most cases, I don't go back to watch the video. And that's how it is for most of people on this call. Yeah, so we are almost done. You can see the things that are being installed: folders, timestamper, pipeline, Git, LDAP, OWASP, workspace cleanup, GitHub branch source, SSH build agent, email extension, build timeout, and pipeline GitHub, metrics, mailer, creating binding, credentials binding, Gradle, and so on and so forth. A lot of things, a whole lot. Jenkins is sweet. So someone was asking the other time that this person you were asking. I think it was Sholabomi that was asking that like, how do we get to know the YAML better? How do we get better with the YAML? Yeah, you can get the templates here, fine. But you only get better at anything by doing. by doing. So I'm able to like do most of these things now because I have done it over and over and over and over again. I've encountered issues on it over and over and over and over again, and I've been able to solve some of the issues. Some of the issues I've not been able to totally solve, but I've been able to find a way around, and I've just done it a lot of times. That's why I'm able to like do this now. So it's just practice. Practice makes perfect. That's just it. Keep doing, keep doing. And
I will. What I've been doing was I've been taking screenshots because I wouldn't want to hold the whole class back. So that's why I'm just installing it, because I'd rather just listen and follow up with how you're explaining and how you are doing it. And whenever I get, I'll just take a screenshot with the Windows print screen so that I can, when I'm doing it again, I can now go back and pick what you were writing. But it was going to be difficult for me to grasp what they were doing or what they meant, because I saw when the jobs was running on the GitHub, I was able to piece together what was going on there and what we entered into, what we input into the YAML file. That after we put the name, then the next one is like tests, then jobs, then uses. I noticed that the Python file, it ran the Python file and then it ran other things. So I was just trying to, excuse me, I was just trying to follow along. Then later on, it can look familiar when I'm doing it all from scratch. But it seems it won't be easy for me to grasp because I'm just new to the YAML file, and it seems to be what was piecing everything together from connecting the Postman, running the Python file. It seems like what we was writing in that file was important to handle everything together.
Exactly. Okay, so this is done. Installing, so you can give it a username. Anything actually can be your name, just one name, your first name, and the last, anything. Password to something you will be able to remember. Confirm password, and can give your full name. Okay, so email address. Save and continue.
Save and continue.
Yes. Save and finish. Yes, Jenkins is ready. Your Jenkins setup is complete. So start using Jenkins. Click on it. So you are directly on your own page now. So if you log out and log in, you still meet yourself on the home page, right? So I think I can start sharing again.
Okay, so I can stop sharing.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So we just need to quickly wrap this up so that we can go and sleep. Okay, Faith. Faith, you want to say something?
Well done.
Thank you, man. I understand that. I'm almost done. So I'm signing in now.
Well done.
So this is what.
Well, it's good, Sha.
You said what? What did you say?
No, right on.
All right, thank you.
I believe you're wrapping up.
So this is how the Jenkins dashboard looks like. You just need to create a new item, and you give it a name. You can say testers demo. Then you select from any one of these. Select a freestyle project. For larger organizations, they can select any one of these, to kind of do some other complex stuff. But we are just going to select the freestyle project and click on OK. Yep, this is loading. Yeah, so you give it a description if you want to. Then what kind of project is this? It's a GitHub project, and you impute the GitHub URL. So we go back to our GitHub to copy our repository URL. What is that our repository URL again? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't find my screen again. Okay, it's here. Yeah, sorry. So I'll just copy this and paste it here. That's our repository URL. You don't need to concern yourself with other ones here. So source code management, it is Git, and you will still ask for the URL again. I paste it there. Credentials, we are not using any credentials. And so branch, you know, on our repo, we have dev branch and main branch. So you can set for both branches. I want to set for dev as a tester, and you can still set up another one for main, but I just want to pick dev here. And you have triggers. So these are trigger build remotely from script, or after projects are built up periodically. This periodically is maybe you want to set it up to always run at a particular time every day. That's where you need cron jobs. You need to specify like a cron job here. But we don't have time for all of those ones now. So it's something that you can explore. To get cron jobs is not hard. Just go to Google and search for cron jobs. You get the templates that you can use. You see the templates that you can use for anything you want to do, anything at all. You see different templates that you can use, you can see. So let's just continue. And we are going to add build step. So what we want this build to actually do is that, so do we want to execute it in a Windows batch command or shell or any one of these? Let's use shell. And what do I want it to do? Firstly, I can say that I just want it to run. So on this our repository, we have this Python file, right? And we have this one. I want it to run just this demo.py. So I'll come back here and say run demo. No, not run. I'll say it's a Python file. So the command is python demo.py. I'm feeling like this thing is going to fail, but let's continue. So, you know, this will automatically pick it because it's directly on your repository, and we have specified our repository URL here. So it goes into our repository, looks for this file, and once it sees that it's a Python file, it runs it with this command python demo.py. And I will just apply. There are other things you can do, like you can add a build step. Maybe you want to add another step, or you can add post build actions. That's where you had email notifications, Slack notifications. There's no time would have shown us how to integrate with Slack, but let's just continue here. So yes, our job has been created. Then what do we need to do? We need to build it now. So once I build now, you'll see it starts running here. You can click on this place, this icon, to see the progress. Okay, it's fine. So yeah, I know this was going to fail. So it's saying Python command not found, and it failed. I know the reason why it failed, and this do not happen because. So the thing you just need to do is to come back here and configure the file, configure the job again. So now the Jenkins server is not seeing your Python, right? It's not seeing your Python. That's why I cannot run this file. So what I need to do is to just look for where my Python is directly on my system, and I'll copy the path there just like that. So I can just do where is Python, where Python. It tells me where Python is on my system, and I'll copy this directly to replace that Python. Oh no, what did I just do? Yeah. So I'll just copy this, my executable directly, and I'll use it here to replace this Python. It's going to work. I believe it's going to work. So I can put it in a quote just to make sure everything is gathered and is not scattered. And I'll do so. This whole thing like this, this whole thing like this is just the Python. This is my Python, right, in my system. So since Jenkins does not want to recognize that Python, I'll just come here to use the raw path to specify. Then I would apply again and save, and then I'll build again. So what's this one? You must use post gets. This is a bug or a glitch. Build now. That's actually a glitch. It's not supposed to show. So yes, you can see our test is now passing now. There's a success. So this is just what the process of like what is being run and all. And this is where it actually picked up the test you want to run. You run this demo file. If you remember, we had this. I remember of testers quarter in our demo file. That's file that we had on GitHub. Yeah, this one. Yeah, that's the content of what we told you to print, right? So you can do it for any kind of file. Just know what you want to, like what you want to output. This is a Python file. I can still do the same, a quick one for maybe a JavaScript file too, which will have an entirely different. I can just write a quick function to calculate area of rectangle of a rectangle that takes in the length and the width, right? And I'll just still declare like a constant for the area and say that this is equal to the length times breadth, right, times width, length times width, and I'll return the area. And then I can what am I doing? Okay, I was supposed to put this inside this. I was supposed to put all of this inside here. Inside here, yeah. So outside this, I'll tell my console to print out console.log out my calculating the area of the rectangle, and I'll give it an argument to say 30 and 5. So if I run this normally, I should get 150. 30 times 5 is 150. This is just like a simple JavaScript function that I have here. So I'll just quickly push this to my GitHub. I'll quickly push it to my GitHub and would just check that again, set up another, not actually setting up updates with JS, then push. So Thank God this is on dev, and it's going to get here. So our dev branch is here already. Demo.js. Do I want to merge it? Let me merge it to main. So, so while this is doing, let me just go ahead to go and configure my job. I'll just come back to reconfigure this job and add that that demo.js. You know, the first one was a Python file. You can also add. I'll just come back to this place and then add. For JavaScript now, you need to use Node to be able to run a JavaScript file. So node demo.js, and automatically it should run this and also run this. So I'll save, apply, save, and I'll come back to build. Let's hope it passes. So it's running, it's running. This is running and it's successful. So okay, I think it did not actually run my demo.js. It did not run it like I wanted, but though it was successful. I don't know why it failed to run this, but then this is just how to set up your Jenkins. There's no time. We would have looked at some other beautiful things you can do with the Jenkins. So I think I'll just stop here and we can continue on Slack. Maybe some other time we can meet again. So yes, thank you guys. If you have questions, you can still ask your question. And yeah, thank you, and thank you. Thank you
very much, Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you so much, Kenny. Thank you.
Yeah. you Gaga. I'm very sorry.
So you have delivered the goods, Abi Kennedy.
You said?
Yeah, finally, I said you have delivered the goods, right?
Yes,
you can now breathe.
yes.
You can now breathe down. All right, thank you so much, guys. So I've dropped the conference link into the chat box. You can copy it. We'll also share it on the community. Kende, thank you so much for this. I will call it like 2 hours. You were on this for more than 2 hours. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to be sharing the link with everybody in the community on Monday. We were live, but at a point I think the live ended because I had some technical issue here. So I would see how to upload it on Monday. But in the meantime, about 1 hour is still there on YouTube and LinkedIn and Instagram. You can rewatch from there. But the complete session will be posted on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys, and let us have a lovely weekend. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Good night. Happy weekend.